Hey guys, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. It's time for Against the Wall. Here we go. So today we're in 1 Kings chapter 4, and I want to look at the end of the chapter, okay? Look with me in verse 32. It says, he spoke 3,000 proverbs, and his songs were 1,005. Also, he spoke of trees, from the cedar tree of Lebanon, even to the hyssop that springs out of the wall. He spoke of animals, of birds, of creeping things, and of fish. And men of all the nations, from all the kings of the earth who had heard of his wisdom, came to hear the wisdom of Solomon. So think about it. If you remember at the earlier part of the chapter, God asked Solomon, what do you wish for? What would you like? And he says, wisdom. And God says, because you didn't ask for fame, for riches, and those things, you asked for wisdom. I'm going to give you wisdom, but I'm also going to give you those other things. So now you have Solomon, who has this vast empire growing. He has amassed great wealth, one of the wealthiest ever, probably ever, to have lived. But he's also one of the wisest. Do you remember the story just a little before that about the woman, the two women, the one that had the baby that died? And so again, we see, you go back and read that, and his decision, cut the baby in half, give him two, and the real mom said no, give it to her. And that's how he knew. So we will see that his knowledge, his wisdom has reaching far, and people were coming to him. We see that here at the end of this chapter, he's speaking about things like botany and zoology. He's talking about science. He's talking about things that we use today. And so I got to thinking, the hyssop that grows out of the wall. This was a plant, this was a tree that was used as a drug, medicinal reasons. And think about how far we've advanced since Solomon's time in medicine, in technology. We put a man on the moon. But if you think about it, look how ancient that was just a few decades ago compared to where we are now. God has given us knowledge of understanding, but he also gives us wisdom to discern. The thing about it is, we're living now in a time where people are looking at themselves as if we are the ones that have the knowledge. We are the ones who obtain this. And when we start to look at ourselves, we start to look away from God. And the truth is, it doesn't matter how much knowledge you have. If you have no wisdom, yeah, okay, great. So you do great things, but in the end, what does that get you? As Christians, we know that we can't allow our knowledge to build a wall up, our understanding, and say, well, because I'm smarter, because I know more, then I'm better. I can do more. Because what happens is we start to allow our knowledge to make us look inwards, to look at ourselves, when we really need to be looking upwards to God, the one who gives us all wisdom. Remember, Solomon didn't get this on his own. He got it because God gave it as a gift to him. All knowledge that we have, whether we're not so smart or we're a real brainiac, it all comes from God. But here's the thing. He gives us wisdom, like I said, to discern his words. And as long as we know God's words and his will, you have more wisdom than the next guy. That's it for today. I hope that this made you smarter, and I hope that you'll apply it to your life. And until next time,